Attorneys, what's the funniest thing you've ever seen happen in a courtroom? A friend of mine is an attorney and he's got this story about the time he had to defend a guy for a DUI case. The whole situation was supposed to be pretty straightforward until his client decided to make it a lot more interesting. This guy, who was in his early 20s, had been pulled over after having a few drinks. But instead of admitting he was tipsy, he came up with a brilliant plan. He told the cops he wasn't drunk, he was just tired from a long shift at work. To prove it, he offered to do push-ups right there on the side of the road, and the cops let him. So, there he was, in the middle of the night, on the shoulder of the highway, trying to convince law enforcement he was fine by doing the world's worst set of push-ups. The judge had already heard the story during the trial, but what really made the courtroom lose it was when the prosecutor called the arresting officer to testify. The officer couldn't keep a straight face. He explained, "Your Honor, we didn't stop him from doing push-ups because frankly it was funny. He was counting out loud, but he skipped numbers. He was sweating like he was running a marathon. And at one point he just laid flat on the ground and said, 'I need a second.' The judge, who had been trying to maintain decorum, finally cracked. He buried his face in his hand and shook his head, muttering something like, 'Of all the cases to come before me.' My friend said he knew they were doomed when the judge was stifling laughter. The client still got the DUI, but at least he became a courtroom legend."